Welcome to the Whiskey Vault. I'm Daniel Whittington, Chancellor of Wizard Academy and Whiskey Marketing School, Level 4 Whiskey Sommelier. This one's fun. This was a gift from Jason Souter, one of our Level 4 Whiskey Somms instructor and advisor to Whiskey Marketing School. I can always trust him because he's got his... You know how I always say that I'm not ever paying enough attention to the nerdy, cool things that are happening in the nerd whiskey world? Souter's the opposite. Souter always knows exactly what's happening in the nerdy whiskey sphere with all the different companies and the releases and the brands and the cool bottlings. And so I just sort of wait around for Souter to be like, this is the thing you need to try. And then I'm like, done. And I started researching this one, and I'm in love with the company. I might apply for a job. This is a company called Decadent Drams. It was started in 2018 when Angus McRail and Ian McClune, friends, were like, hey, we should get together and do some bottling stuff as a side project, like independent bottling. And Angus had already been doing the Whiskey Sponge, which is a satire blog, whiskey related. And actually, Souter has brought Whiskey Sponge releases too. And so this was 2018, so like right before COVID. So they launched this whole idea. They thought it would be fun. It kind of gets out of control, and now they're 5 years old, or more than that. Right, do the math. 7 years old. And they just started creating all of this stuff. Some whiskey, some not. But the whiskey stuff is sometimes a blend. This is a single malt Scotch, not a blend. First fill sherry hogshead, but they titled it The Marketing Malt. It's 16 years old. Don't know what it is. But I started reading the back and I started laughing. And then I went to the website and as a matter of fact, I think my favorite part of the whole website is their about us, here's our team, introduce us to the team members. It's just so fun. There's so much whimsy. And there's so much not taking yourself seriously. But I have had bottles from these guys that Souter brings me, and I've never found a weak link. So these are people who take the whiskey very seriously, and themselves not at all. And the whiskey, seriously, only in the right ways. I feel like I'm a commercial, but I literally got converted by reading their website, guys. Like, I was just like, oh, I need to research this for the shoot. And by the end of 15 minutes of looking at the website, I was like, all right, I'm in. Oh, is there a hiring button somewhere in here? I don't know what it is. It is a first fill sherry hogshead. Oh man, it is sulfuric. Pungent sulfuric to the point of savory instead of dark sweet fruit. Like to the point of teriyaki. That's like, teriyaki sauce is sweet, but it's also savory, tangy, right? It is dark. It says on the thing, please sip this with quiet philosophical reflection or while participating in an illegal 3-day rave. Come on. So it says right here, marketing dram, and there's the bottle, and then it has a picture in the middle, the marketing vortex, it says. And then right here it says, please recycle your old marketing here. Refills and replicas, all accepted. On the back it says, the directors of the Marketing Malt are all about recycling and refilling. They invite you to ensure that all your excess, old, outdated, and knackered marketing is placed neatly into the marketing vortex. Along with any dodgy refills, comedy replicas, shite patter, overwrought antidotes, brand trinkets, and luxury packaging. It will all be churned into a fine cosmic marketing slurry and piped into the intermediate brands and marketing receiver located neatly between the Visitor Experience Restaurant and the Innovation Thunderdome. Please try to avoid getting sucked into the marketing vortex. It is highly likely you will become assimilated into the marketing consciousness. You know what I want? Guys, I don't think you would know what this is, and this is me talking to Angus and Ian. There is an art installation in the US. They have like 4 or 5 locations called Meow Wolf. This bottle belongs in their bar. at every location. Look it up. Anyway. Based in Perth, Scotland. Small team. Man, seriously, guys, this is pungent. Emma would probably not be okay with this one. Emma is super sensitive to that, like, really dense sherry point to where it reaches sulfuric notes, like spent match kind of notes. And this, I love it. This is the most dense version of that I have maybe ever experienced. 53%. Oh, it drinks beautiful. Dark cherry candy liqueur, chocolate. It still has that sort of like aftertaste of ash that's not peated. It's just like spent sulfur. Ooh, I'm gonna add a little water to that just because I'm curious. But look up Decadent Drams, guys. They do all kinds of things. And even if one of them isn't your preference, it seems like the kind of thing I think we should all be rewarding in an era where whiskey drinkers are either getting too cynical or too pretentious. That's what it feels like some days. Maybe I'll do a whole episode about this. But I feel like right now we're in an era of whiskey where the raw enthusiasm and fun is starting to wear off and people are falling into two camps. Either the cynics, yeah, whatever, I've tried it all. Or the pretentious, oh, the world is too full with crappy whiskey. This is the only thing that real drinkers drink. And like the people who are just still having fun are getting like quieter and quieter and drowned out by the noise. But whiskey is still fun. Remember the early days when we were just laughing about this stuff and sort of taking the piss from all the people who are taking it too seriously? Maybe that's why I'm feeling so much affection for these guys, is it feels like something I would have wanted to be a part of when we started the Whiskey Vault originally. They're just nailing it. Okay, a little water added almost a chocolate and licorice note. Definitely a roasted note in there. Oh, the palate is so nice. Everything you want from a real rich sherry cask. Yeah, real good. Well done, Decadent Drams. If you're hiring, let me know. Cheers to you. I'm really glad you're here. Bring back the fun to whiskey. Like and subscribe.